Let's take a moment to think about this. What good is wealth if you're too old to enjoy it? Picture this. You've worked tirelessly for decades, saving every penny, sacrificing time with family and your passions, only to finally make it when your best years are behind you. Does that sound like freedom? Or a trap disguised as success? In part 1 of the Millionaire Fastlane, MJ DeMarco rips apart the fantasy of Get Rich Slow. Part 1 of the book is divided into 2 chapters. In Chapter 1, he reveals the great deception, the societal lie that promises freedom through a 40-year grind, only to deliver mediocrity and regret. And in Chapter 2, DeMarco shares his personal wake-up call, how he turned his back on the slow lane and found a better way, unlocking the keys to exponential wealth and true independence. Here's something you might not know. The Get Rich Slow script wasn't designed to serve you. It was designed to keep you controlled. But what if you could rewrite that script? What if there's a way to retire young, rich, and free, instead of old, tired, and trapped? Stick around, because we're diving into the mindset shifts, stories, and strategies that can break you out of the slow lane and help you take control of your financial destiny. Welcome to Book Summary, where you can unlock the power of books in minutes, not months. Get the key insights, chapter by chapter, and start learning smarter, not harder. Let's begin. Part 1. Wealth in a Wheelchair. Get Rich Slow is Get Rich Old. The Great Deception. Imagine spending your whole life chasing a dream only to realize it was an illusion all along. That's the core message of Chapter 1. The Great Deception, in MJ DeMarco's The Millionaire Fastlane. It begins with a stark wake-up call. The traditional path to wealth, the one we're all told to follow, is not the golden ticket it's made out to be. Instead, it's a cleverly disguised trap that keeps most people stuck in mediocrity, grinding away until their golden years, when they're too old to truly enjoy the fruits of their labor. DeMarco takes aim at the widely accepted Get Rich Slow strategy, which he dubs the Slowlane. This approach, reinforced by financial advisors, media, and even family, preaches saving diligently, cutting expenses, and investing small amounts over decades. At first glance, it seems responsible and reasonable. After all, compound interest and retirement accounts promise to grow your wealth over time. But here's the catch. Time is the one thing you can never get back. By the time the slow lane delivers its promised wealth, your life's best years are gone. DeMarco uses vivid examples to hammer this point home. He asks readers to imagine a 25-year-old diligently saving for retirement, only to realize that the promised payoff doesn't fully materialize until they're 65 or older. Can you really call it freedom if it comes with a wheelchair? He points to real-world scenarios, like individuals working tirelessly at jobs they hate, stuck in the daily grind with no end in sight. The result? A life dominated by stress, sacrifice, and delayed gratification, all in the name of a future that might never come. What makes this chapter so compelling is DeMarco's candid storytelling. He shares his own experience of falling for the Great Deception and the disillusionment that followed. As a young man, DeMarco believed the slow lane was the only way to financial security. He followed the rules, worked hard, and saved, only to feel trapped and unsatisfied. This personal anecdote sets the stage for the powerful argument he builds throughout the book. There is another way. DeMarco's key takeaway in this chapter is simple yet profound. The slow lane is not designed to make you wealthy. It's designed to keep you controlled. By blindly adhering to the conventional roadmap, you're essentially trading your most precious resource, time, for the faint hope of wealth in old age. He challenges readers to ask themselves hard questions. Is this really the life you want? Are you willing to sacrifice decades for a promise that may never deliver? Or is there a way to achieve financial independence without waiting for retirement? This chapter's brilliance lies in how it peels back the layers of societal conditioning, exposing the flaws of the slow lane, while planting the seeds for an alternative. DeMarco doesn't just criticize. he provokes. He invites readers to rethink everything they've been taught about money, success, and freedom, setting the stage for the radical solutions he unveils in later chapters. The message is clear. True wealth isn't just about money. It's about time, freedom, and living life on your terms, while you're still young enough to enjoy it. How I Screwed Get Rich Slow. In Chapter 2 of the Millionaire Fastlane, MJ DeMarco pulls back the curtain on his personal journey and how he discovered the flaws of the get rich slow philosophy. With brutal honesty and vivid storytelling, DeMarco shares how he initially bought into the conventional narrative of wealth building, only to realize it was steering him toward a life he never wanted. DeMarco begins with a story that many can relate to, being a young man filled with ambition but feeling lost. Like most people, he believed the slow lane was the only path to financial success. He followed the standard advice: work hard, save diligently, and invest for the long haul. At first, it seemed logical. He took on odd jobs, minimized expenses, and poured his money into savings accounts and mutual funds, all while dreaming of financial freedom. But as time passed, a sinking feeling set in. Despite his efforts, his financial growth was painfully slow, and the dream of true wealth seemed more like a mirage than an attainable goal. One turning point came when DeMarco did the math. He realized that even with compounding interest and disciplined savings, the slow lane wouldn't make him rich until he was well into his 60s. The idea of spending decades in a financial hamster wheel, delaying gratification, and sacrificing his prime years for a distant promise of wealth was crushing. He began to question the system itself. Why were so many people convinced this was the only way? DeMarco's frustration reached its peak during a moment of clarity. He recounts being stuck in a dead-end job, feeling like a cog in a machine, watching his dreams fade with each passing day. He started to see that the slow lane was not a strategy for wealth, but a life sentence of mediocrity. It was a wake-up call that forced him to reevaluate everything he thought he knew about money and success. But the real revelation came when DeMarco encountered people living the lives he wanted. He observed young entrepreneurs driving luxury cars, traveling the world, and enjoying freedom. Not in retirement, but in their 20s and 30s. What did they know that he didn't? The answer was simple yet profound. These individuals had rejected the slow lane entirely. They weren't relying on savings accounts or decades of stock market growth. Instead, they were leveraging businesses, scalable income streams, and value creation to build wealth rapidly. The chapter's central message is clear. Following the traditional path is not just slow. It's fundamentally flawed. DeMarco emphasizes that wealth is not just about money. It's about control, freedom, and living life on your terms. By clinging to the slow lane, you sacrifice these elements, chaining yourself to a system designed to benefit others, not you. DeMarco ends the chapter with a powerful insight. Screwing get rich slow was the best decision he ever made. It wasn't easy. It required unlearning societal norms, taking risks, and embracing uncertainty. But it also opened the door to a life of possibility, where wealth wasn't just a distant dream but an achievable reality. This chapter is a rallying cry for readers to break free from the status quo and start questioning the systems that keep them stuck. It's the beginning of a transformative journey, one where the fast lane offers a way out. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this journey through part 1 of the Millionaire Fastlane. If this resonated with you, if you've ever felt trapped by the get-rich-slow mindset, now is the perfect time to start questioning the path you're on and exploring what's possible in the fast lane. But we're just getting started. Next, we're diving into part 2. Wealth is not a road, but a road trip. Here's a little teaser. What if wealth isn't just about reaching a destination, but about the journey itself? Imagine a road trip, the freedom, the excitement, the ability to change course whenever you want. That's what part 2 is all about. Rethinking wealth as a dynamic, ever-changing adventure where you're in control. So, If you're ready to shift gears and start building a life where wealth isn't just a far-off goal but part of your everyday experience, you won't want to miss the next video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. If you found value in this video, share it with someone who might need to hear this message too. Together, we can break free from the slow lane and embrace the fast lane lifestyle. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's keep driving forward.